Hello and welcome to Phantom Forces Weapons Spotlight, a series where I give a more subdued and informative look on the weapons of Phantom Forces. In this episode, I'll be covering the AK12BR. The AK12BR is a battle rifle unlocked at rank 44. It deals 39 damage after 80 studs and falls off to 25 damage by 140 studs. It fires at 700 RPM on auto and also has a 1000 RPM 2-round burst. It has a 1x body multiplier and 1.4x head multiplier. The muzzle velocity is 2500 studs per second, and it has a 2 studs penetration depth. Here is the shots to kill table. It has low recoil and carries 20 rounds in the magazine and 120 rounds in reserve of 7.62 by 54 Russian rounds. The reload speed is 2.9 seconds and the empty reload speed is 3.8 seconds. It has 14 walk speed and 12 aim speed. The AK12BR is a very powerful outlier among other battle rifles. It deals high damage with low mag size just like the other battle rifles, but the AK12BR is very notable because it has uncharacteristically low recoil, making it very easy to control and use. It also has good damage range, being able to 3-shot kill to the body and 2-shot kill to the head, up to around 100 studs, and this combination of good damage range and low recoil allows it to excel from close range all the way up to medium ranges. The downsides are quite minor too. It suffers a bit at long ranges due to low damage, and the reload is a bit on the slow side, but yeah, overall, it's one of the best battle rifles in the game, in my opinion, and it's quite underused. There are a few very interesting conversions as well. The 7.62 by 39 conversion lowers your damage but gives you an entire drum mag. It now deals 30 damage after 50 studs and falls off to 20 damage by 180 studs. It fires at 700 RPM on auto and semi-auto only, and the body multiplier is increased to 1.1 times and the head multiplier remains the same. The muzzle velocity also remains the same, but the penetration depth is decreased to 1.3 studs. Here is the shots to kill table. The recoil has been adjusted to have more vertical recoil but less horizontal recoil, and it carries 50 rounds in the magazine with 200 rounds in reserve of 7.62 by 39 rounds. The reload speed is 3.7 seconds and 4.3 seconds for empty reload speed. The walk speed is reduced to 12, but the aim speed remains the same at 12. You lose quite a bit of damage with this conversion, but don't let that discourage you. This conversion turns the AK12BR into a very good LMG. That 50 round drum mag is nothing to scoff at. Not only that, the damage range is really good and the recoil is more controllable than what it seems. I'd say this conversion is a straight upgrade from the RPK-12. They perform very similarly, but the conversion, has a 50 round drum mag. In short, if you like LMGs, you will love this conversion. The 12.7 by 55 conversion gives the AK12BR higher damage, but at the cost of higher recoil and lower mag size. It now deals 61 damage after 40 studs and falls off to 22 damage by 210 studs. It fires at 500 RPM on auto and 714.28 RPM on semi-auto. The body multipliers is increased to 1.14 times and the head multipliers is increased to 1.71 times. The muzzle velocity is reduced to 1700 studs per second, but the penetration depth is increased to 2.3 studs. Here is the shots to kill table. It has medium to high recoil that goes up to the left, and it carries 10 rounds in the magazine with 100 rounds in reserve of 12.7 by 55mm rounds. The reload speed, walk speed, and aim speed remains the same. This conversion very much turns the AK12BR into some sort of unique battle rifle DMR hybrid. It's got very good damage and fire rate, but it has some pretty strong recoil, low mag size, and falls off quite hard at long ranges. It absolutely just destroys people at medium ranges and can even hold its own quite well in close range despite being slow. But as I said earlier, it's quite bad at long ranges due to low damage. In my opinion, it's a very good weapon, but I honestly don't know how to categorize and compare it to anything. It's a very unique gun, and I guess if you like DMRs, you will probably enjoy this one. Now, this is usually where I get into notable attachments, but the AK12BR doesn't have any, it's just got all the standard attachments and nothing else of note. It's a great weapon by default though, so attachment choice doesn't really matter that much, so follow your own personal preference, it'll probably be for the best. And that concludes this episode of Phantom Force's Weapon Spotlight. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel as it helps a lot. But for now, thank you for watching and see you next time.